everyone! Today it's quick and easy day and we are making this cute little, this is another flat fold box, but we are going to be making this little treat holder right here. It is so cute. I love this, and this is on last chance list. So if you want it, you need to grab it right away because it is going away, and when they are gone, they are going to be gone. But I love these boxes, and this is one of my favorite. Don't miss out on this little gingerbread. It's so adorable. This little tree that I cut is from the iconic imagery. I used this a lot last year. And if you still have this, it is not available any longer, but I just wanted to put that little tree on there. And I did add it at the last minute, so you don't really need it. And then it says from our house to your house. I'm going to untie it and show you how it can fold flat, because this time of year you can make all these things ahead of time and get ready for your Christmas gift giving. So let's see, I tied it in a knot up here, so it's going to be a little bit harder for me to get it untied. Okay, let me take this off and it'd be a little bit easier. All right, so it folds flat just like that. And you can even decorate these and store them. And then when you need something, when someone comes by or stops by and you need something quick, you can just get it ready, you fold it up like that, and you add your little treats and stuff in there. But it's a really fun one. I'm using cloud cover for this. And you know, when I first saw cloud cover, I didn't really think I was gonna like it. And oh my goodness, I love this cloud cover. It is like a really light blue-gray color. And it's so pretty, and you can make this whatever color you want. I just thought I'd change it up and make it more like a snowy scene. And yeah, I love this. For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, my name is Angie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I post on Tuesdays and Sundays. And usually Tuesdays, yeah, always Tuesdays is quick and easy day, like this project here, which I'm making it longer than it usually is because, yeah, today I'm having trouble with my ribbon. But anyway, we're going to get this made, and I am going to color with my Ohuhu markers today, the little gingerbread. I didn't make this even, y'all. That's why I'm taking it apart again. So I need to make these even so that I can get my little tag on. And I'm going to do my tag a little bit different. Instead of tying the knot, I'm just going to tie it like this and then add it. It's a lot easier that way. I do post an inspiration sheet on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com. And also, for those of you who are not new, I wanted to mention that I'm going to start not showing all the supplies I use. I'm going to tell you measurements and all that, and you can just go to my blog at StampingWithAmore.com. And I also have the inspiration sheet where all the supplies are going to be listed in that. And also I put it in the description of the video, and I also put it on my blog, a supply list. So it's in 3 different places. So I just want to make my videos a little bit shorter because they are starting to get a little bit long for me. So yeah, and I don't want to do a whole lot of editing to make them shorter. So yeah, we're sharing this. And can you see the little snowflakes I put on here? They're actually just little punched out circles, but they're so cute because it looks like snow falling. All right, so let's get started with this. So we're going to start with a piece of cloud cover cardstock that is 6 by 8.5. And then you also need to mat it. You need 2 pieces that are 2.5 by 2 3/4. And this one is from the celebratory sips. Now I used this before. I will show you this one because it comes, the back of it is what I used for this. And it looks like little snow to me on the back. So this one has a bunch of, it's fun. It's really a fun one. It has a stamp set that coordinates with it. But look at the flowers and the little drinks, and here's the back of that we used. So that is what we're using for the designer series paper. And again, it's 2.5 by 2 3/4 for these 2 pieces to mat it. I did mat the back as well, but you don't have to if you don't want. All right, so I cut out that little tree from the iconic imagery stamp set. or actually the dies. And we are going to color this one. Let's just go ahead and do this first. I'm just using my little jelly roll pen. I want to make it look like it's got snow on it. So I'm just going to color like along the branches here, just to make it look like it's got like snow on the branches. Super, super easy to do. All right, so we got that done. And we're going to go ahead and stamp our little tree. I am using the photopolymer, so I'm going to use my mat here. And I'm going to use my Memento ink because we are coloring with the Ohuhu markers. You know, if I'm going to color a larger image, it's going to be with the Ohuhu because I can blend so good with those. And I'm going to also stamp the sentiment with my VersaFine because I love this one. And we're going to cut that out and make a tag out of that one. I'll just put it on this end. And I will go ahead and zoom you in so you can see the coloring. If you don't want to, you can skip through this part. But I'm going to be using, I know quite a few of you have bought these markers. They are so good. They're linked in the description. And I love these markers. So I'm using YR209, E170, B250, Y1, G5, and R6. So I'm going to start out with the browns because we are going to do the gingerbread first. So I'm just going to color the whole inside of this house, this color. And it is raining, y'all, today. And it's real dull and dreary, and it is early in the morning that I'm filming this. But the heat is not pounding in this room like it normally is. So I got a little break on that. But we've been getting a lot of rain. And y'all, while I'm coloring this, I want to talk a little bit about what happened in Texas, the flooding, and all the children and families that were lost to that. And if you are someone who prays, please pray for those families. It's such a terrible thing that happened. Oh, my heart just hurts for all these little girls and families that lost their loved ones, and so terrible. But I just wanted to mention to pray for them. I'm sure if you're a prayer warrior, you've already probably been praying. But yeah, it's so sad that, and we're even getting a lot of rain, and I'm not even close to where they're at. It's a few hours away. But we've been getting a lot of rain the last few days too. And our streets have been flooding, but nothing like what happened there. Alright, so I am using the light, which is the YR209. And then I'm going to shade this. First I'm going to do the roof here with this smaller end. The blunt end, because this is going to be our roof. And just on the top of there. I'm leaving all these white like it's snow. And then we're just going to take our brush side and go underneath all these like little snow drifts. Or you can even say that that's icing, because it probably is on this gingerbread. And then I'm going to go under here. When you put a darker color under, it brings out that object that you're putting it under. It kind of gives it that shadow. I'm going to do the side here, just a little bit darker. And then I think I'll do under here on the house, on the roof here. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend this in some. I love these colors for this gingerbread. And just going over the side a little bit on that side. Alright, that's going to be it for that. We're going to use the red one And we're going to do the door. I want it to look Christmassy, so that's why I'm using the red for the door. You can color it however you like, but I really recommend if you want this, because all the last chance stuff seems to be flying off out the door. Every time I say something's available, it seems like it's gone. I'm putting this yellow for inside the house to make it look like it's lit up, and I need that darker brown again. And I need to do the sills here. And that I am going to be using. Why did I get these out, y'all? I'm not using these two. I don't even know why I got these out. I think because before I was going to color the house blue, but I liked the gingerbread better. Alright, so we're done with that. I'm going to get my punch. So here's the punch that goes with this. And we're going to simply punch this out. I love that it has the punch. Makes it super easy and quick. It punches out a little heart and a little square you can use for the gingerbread, like a window up at the top here if you want to just cut one out. Alright, I'm going to just cut this straight here. And we're going to cut it across. You can make this into your own tag, or you can use a die to cut it out. I'm just going to try to make it as small as I can, because I don't want it to interfere with the house. So when you cut out that, I always use this other side and cut out, use it as a template for this other side. And I cut it a little bit too. I used the wrong side. That was a good example, wasn't it? But anyway, that's how I'm going to use that. I'm going to use my little circle punch here, and I'm just going to punch a hole there for that tag. I got to level this out because it's going to bug me. There we go. Alright, so our house, our tree, and our little tag is all ready to go. I didn't punch out the little heart though that I need to punch out of my real red. I have it sitting over here. And there is that little heart. I'm just going to punch it out for my tag. I'm going to grab my red, my heart, and I'm going to glue it right on the tag with my wet glue. Okay, so there, that's all ready to go. Wouldn't this be a cute neighbor gift too? Okay, so I forgot to zoom you out, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom you out now, and we'll continue with the project. Okay, so we have our house ready, we have our tree ready, and we're going to make the box. Alright, let's get started with that. So again, what we're going to do is we are going to score this. And we are going to score it. So we are going to score this, and we're going to score it on the 8.5 inch side at 1/2, 3.5, 5 1/4, and 8. And then you're going to turn it, and on the 6 inch side, you are going to score it at 1.5 and 4.5. And that's it. We're going to do some hand scoring though. So we are going to sharpen all these first. And these really need to be sharpened really well. I'm going to do these this way because that's going to fold the other way. Alright, so we have it all folded now. So what we're going to do, and I'll draw it with a pencil so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to go ahead and mark 2 inches on all these sides here. So I'm just going to mark it 2 inches there, 2 here, turn it over this way, it'd be easier. All right, and then we are going to score to this center part right here. So we are going to score, let me just draw a really light line there for you. Score down here. You're going to score from here to that corner. And then we're scoring from here to that corner. And then from there to that mark. All right, so we're going to score all of these now. So let me grab my scoring tool. And it's always best if you have like padding or something underneath. It will really help. And you're going to want to sharpen these really good too. It is pouring out right now, y'all. You may be able to hear it. Haven't heard any thunder or anything yet, but it's pouring here. All right, so I'm going to erase these marks so I can use this box. I knew I was going to forget because it's been a while since I've had to zoom you guys back in. And then I looked and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. All right, so these need to be folded like in like this. So I'm going to try to show you how to do this. So I usually just pick it up like that, and this is where this flat end comes in so handy. And you have to go all the way to that tip. And you're going to do the same with this one. And you want to make sure you get it all the way down to that tip so it really closes really good when you're ready to fold it in. And I don't usually glue it, but you can glue this shut. You can glue these sides down right here. Don't get it down here, but just right up at the top here. You can glue those right there down if you want. I don't usually glue them, but you want to make sure so that when you pull this up that these are scored really sharp so it pulls up into that little box. Okay, I'm not going to glue it. If you want to, you can do that part. All right, so let's go ahead and let's mat it while it's flat. It'll be easier that way. I'm going to grab my wet glue. You can even decorate it while it's flat. But I like decorating it when it's up because I want the house to be kind of popping up. So we're going to mat that piece. And then this one. You don't even have to mat the back if you don't want. But these are so good for making a head. They're perfect for making a head. All right. So we're going to pull that up again. I'm going to use this little punch right here. And this is from that trio punch that I show a lot because I love it. It's got the three little ones. It's got that. It's got this one. It's got this little circle we're going to use still. All right, but we're going to use this one on here. I'm just going to do one side at a time because it's a lot to go through. And then I'm just going to pull that up and we're just going to mark that. And then I'm going to punch that one. Okay, so now it's all ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and grab my ribbon. And see, with this like this, you might want to glue a little bit. Let me see. I'm going to grab my seal, and I'm going to just show you. You just put a few here and in here. You don't want to put it up here or on this side here, of course, because it isn't going to work. But see how it is? It'll stay closed like that. But you still can store it flat. So I'll go ahead and glue this one because I don't like the way that looks when it's open. Alright, now let's go ahead and put our ribbon on. And then we'll add our tag, and then we'll add our house and our snow. You can even have get your ribbon ready and stuff. I want to make sure my ribbon's long enough for a cute bow. And again, I have my tweezers up here, y'all, to hold this, but I tried that when I was doing it before and it didn't hold it. They weren't strong enough. So I'm just tying that really tight. Let me grab my tag. And I'm not tying it in a knot this time. It's too hard to get it open if you tie it in a knot and then add the tag. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add that tag and then tie my bow. Okay, now this tie's so good, y'all. I'm gonna just cut these shorter. Alright, so there you have it so far. This can go on the side, to the side more, so that you can see the snow scene. So I just have a scrap piece, and I need a piece that is 3 inches long, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this because I forgot to cut that piece. And I'm going to take my snips because it's easier to do this, and I'm going to just make some snow. So we're going to just go some valleys and some hills, just make it look like it's kind of snow. And I'm going to glue that onto the bottom. Down here. And then we're going to add our house. I'm going to use some dimensionals for the house, and I'm only putting them on the bottom here because I want it to kind of stand up from the box. It just looks cute that way. So I'm putting 3 on here, and we're going to put our house right there. I'll grab my little tree that I made, and we're going to put this on here. We're going to tuck the bottom of it though. That little, what do you call these? Stump. We're going to put the stump underneath so it looks like it's coming out of this, in the snow covered it. Alright, the last thing that I'm going to do, and I thought about adding some glitter because I wanted to add the little dots, and what I'm going to do is I'm taking that circle that I had, let me scoot these out of the way, and we're going to just punch a bunch of these little circles, and I'm adding it to that. You don't even have to add these, y'all. It's just a little extra step to give it a little bit more detail. And then I thought, oh, I should glue them down and then put some glitter on them, but I'm not going to do the glitter part. You can go crazy, and I want these to be quick and easy, so we're just gonna put these on, and all I'm gonna do is make sure the tip is nice and small, and I'm just gonna start adding some little dots, and we're gonna add snow to these. Just move your ribbon and stuff out of the way. Let me grab my take your pick tool, and you're going to need to hold, ooh, it worked that time. I thought I was going to have to hold it with my finger. Yeah, you do. So I'm just going to add these little, it goes really quick actually to add them on because I don't want my ribbon to get in the glue. The take your pick tool doesn't want to let it go, so I'm having to use my finger. I think I'm going to just do one more down here. But I'll show you up close. It looks really cute. And that is it, y'all. But look how cute. Wouldn't these be so cute for a neighbor or just your coworker? Look how cute. I hope you enjoy this one, and it's really fun to do. Here's the other one. Aren't they cute? And don't forget, if you want this stamp set, you need to get it right away. I'll have it linked, of course, and I'll have it in the inspiration sheet because it's so cute. And I really wanted to use it again before it goes away. All right, everyone, have a super blessed day. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye.